For the longest time in my life, I thought that I was going through a rough patch. Lo and behold, I was actually going through a wilderness season and I didn't even realize it. And I was showing up every day with a smile, but deep down inside, I was truly drowning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Faith in the Wilderness, a series where I am sharing my raw and unfiltered journey of how God used the lowest point in my life to bring me back to Him. This series is for the woman who feels like they're stuck, you feel like God has you hidden, or you may even feel disconnected from God altogether. But I am here to help you navigate the wilderness season by sharing my own story of how God has not only provided for me, but brought me through and what I had to go through while I was in this wilderness season, in hopes that it encourages you, empowers you, and motivates you as you are going through your own wilderness season. So I just want to remind you that God is doing something in the waiting. It will not go in vain. It is not in vain. And even if it doesn't feel like He's moving, He is always there. He sees you, He hears you, and you better believe He most definitely loves you. Okay? So I am just here to be a voice in the wilderness, and let's go. Okay, so this story starts all the way back in the year of 2022. At this point in my life, I had just had my third child. I was living with my ex, and I had a business that was doing fairly well. Walking into 2023, the Lord completely heart stopped everything. I'm talking, my relationship was really starting to get to a point where things were getting bad. Like, there started to be red flags. My habits were terrible. Business had completely dried up and slowed up, like completely. And I just felt spiritually dry. I just really was like disconnected from God. And so 2023, even though I'm in this wilderness season, I wasn't aware. So I'm like looking for God in all of the wrong places, doing all of the wrong things, just completely wandering around, not knowing what's going on. And so as I walk into 2024, the year is just like completely on fire. Me and my ex, we broke up. I moved back in with my parents. Again, at this point, business is just non-existent. So I'm like doing a little bit of stuff here and there, but it's not anything that can even substantially sustain a lifestyle. And I'm just like, God, what is going on? And I just felt distant. I felt like God didn't hear me. I just felt like nothing was going right. And I didn't know what to do. So at this point, I was starting to go back to church. And so I had started to meet with my pastor, and he had started to like guide me through the season that I was experiencing. And it wasn't until the end of the year in December of 2024, I'm like, Lord, there has to be more than this. Like, this cannot be life. I'm back at home with my parents, raising my three babies. I don't have any real money for real. Like, I didn't have anything going for my life. And I just had so much guilt, so much shame, so much disappointment, because I'm like, this is not how my life should look. And so I really decided like it was time for me to stop living lukewarm. I was like, God, my biggest desire in 2025 is to have a deeper relationship with you. And y'all, the Lord answered my prayer. He heard me, and he took all the things that he stopped, and he used that to propel me to where I am now. But child, it was hard. And when the Lord told me that he was placing me in this wilderness season, or that I was in a wilderness season, he let me know that it would be like some waiting. And so, I'm like, okay, cool, I can wait. And that was until the waiting was longer than what I wanted it to be, because days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months. And I'm like, whoa, Lord, what is going on? And he had to constantly be reminding me, like, my timing is different from your timing. I know what's best for you. And so, child, the waiting was waiting. But in all of that, the preparation that the Lord puts you through in the wilderness season is because he knows that there is a version of you need to be in order to sustain the blessings that he has for you. And so I pray that this first part just really set the foundation for where this story is going, because in the second part, I am going to share with you the one thing God had me do that completely changed the trajectory of my wilderness experience, and how I believe it can also help you change yours if you're experiencing that. So I just would love if you would like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and comment down below if you are in a wilderness season. I would love to know who my community is so that I can just take time to, one, pray for you during my prayer time, but two, just be able to communicate with you and be able to keep you encouraged as we go along this journey. And as I'm helping you to navigate this season as a voice in the wilderness, I've gone through it. I know what it's like, and I want you to know that you are not alone. So until next time, stay in prayer, stay before the Lord, and I'll see you in part 2.